Namaste everybody. My name is Ajay. Welcome to our YouTube channel. I am the director of Provincial Surveys India Private Limited. We are headquartered in Bangalore and we have a branch office in Hyderabad. So basically what we do, our company Provincial Surveys India Private Limited, is very important to a lot of architects, designers, planners and especially landowners, land aggregators and anybody who's got to do anything with the real estate industry, infrastructure projects or anything related to civil engineering. There, surveying is necessary, civil engineering surveying. And as the company name suggests, it's called Precision Surveys India Private Limited. And we provide a wide range of civil engineering surveying solutions, including soil investigation. So, as a part of this, as a part of an educational series, our company and myself, I want to introduce you to the general public to an awareness of what civil engineering surveying entitles and what it means. I'm sure all the architects, engineers, civil engineers will already have an idea, and many of you may already have an idea. However, uh, for those of you who do not know what a civil engineering surveying means, because a lot of times, you're architect, you're the landowner and you want to develop a project, you want to buy a project, your lawyer would suggest you, or your valuer would suggest you, or an architect would suggest you, or any other designer would suggest you, why don't you get a survey done? So basically, surveying is a wide ranging word. Surveying can mean any survey. You can surveying is just basically finding out information. You carry out market surveying, you do your research before entering into a project, before making a decision. So therefore, surveying is a wide ranging word. When it comes to the civil engineering line, a civil engineering application of surveying, it means capturing the details of the land. You would have heard the word cartography, that is map making. Is a process of surveying, civil engineering surveying. So basically, what happens is, I'll start off with an example. This particular site, which you see behind me, it's for one of the leading corporates in India, and they are coming up. They propose to build an infrastructure facility for their production of their product, and this particular land has been assigned to them by the state government. And before acquisition of this particular property, our company, Precision Service India Private Limited, was assigned the task of carrying out civil engineering surveying and the due diligence on the land, technical due diligence. Topography itself suggests the features, how the land's topography is. Is it hilly terrain? Is it a flat terrain? Is it an even terrain? Is it what type of terrain is it? Is it jungle? Is it wooded? Is it a plain land? Is it there are rivers, nalas flowing? Are there any dams? Are there any bridges? Are there any electrical poles? Are there any houses? Are there any roads? Are there any shoulders, pavements? Are there any what do you say, man-made or natural features within the plot boundary? So basically, to put it in perspective, and a virgin land is something like this. So when we started out the survey here and when the task was assigned to us, the land was something similar to this. And what we did was we used our engineering techniques. Different types of equipments are available. Modern equipments are there, like electronic EDMs. It's called electronic measuring instruments, and one such instrument is called a total station, and there are many more. There is a differential global positioning system. We can do drone photogrammetry, and then we can do lidar surveys. So there are a lot of ways to collect this particular data, but all the concepts are on the similar lines of basic civil engineering surveying. So basically, the idea, very simple at the very basic level, the idea is to show the virgin land how it is, including all its features which I mentioned, the terrain of the land, if there is any rocky outcrops, those things, if there are any electrical poles, if there are any water bodies, if there is any buildings, if there are any footprints, all those things need to be depicted on a sheet of paper. When I say sheet of paper, this sheet of paper is useful for the designer to go back and sit in the comfort of the office and to visualize this site. Every time the designer or planner cannot come to the site and then start, okay, we need to build a building over here, we need to design a road over here. This it cannot be done here. It has to be done in the office. So basically, if they need to work on the office, the site has to be reimagined exactly how the site is, the shape, the dimensions, the levels, the flow of water, direction of flow where the water is happening, where is the natural sources like electrical lines, where it's coming from, where is the natural sewage happening, where is the natural drains that are being created, is there any manholes along the way which can be connected to the site, because whatever effluents come out of the site needs to be connected to the existing municipality lines. So basically all that information in a base map, wherein the designer planner can sit at the office and design his infrastructure based on the client's requirement. Suppose it's an industrial complex which is coming here, based on their industry's necessities, they will give a brief to the designer, and the designer will accordingly say there will be an office block, there will be a production block, there will be a canteen block, there will be a parking block, there would be a reception block, and all these things need road access, there needs landscaping, because office has to look good. So basically all these things, where is the vehicle going to enter from, where is it going to exit from, what is the kind of loading unloading activities that will take place in the industry, in this particular industry. So all these things wide ranging. So for the designer to do all these things, they need a basic map. So that base plan is what civil engineering surveying helps in producing. So basically creating this base map is what as a company we offer to the as a service to our clients. So in addition to that, this topographical surveying will cover a lot of aspects, like example, when you look at this site, it's completely compounded, or rather the compound is being constructed right now. So when we came into this particular project site, it was virgin land, there was no compound wall, the boundaries were only defined in terms of stone markers. They were just markers placed. So what we did, we captured those stone markers, and along the boundary we defined it physically. However, it was marked, we captured that, and then we put it in plan. Along with that, we captured all the other features of the virgin ground which was there, and then the base plan was made. So two things came out of it. One is the actual extent of land that was offered by the concerned state government to the particular industry. So the area was vetted, verified, whether in the sale agreement what was mentioned. Suppose this is say around 70 acres. So 70 acres physically, is it there or not there? That you get to know only when you carry out a civil engineering surveying exercise. Yes. Now when you're designing, the land was uneven. This land was particularly uneven. Now you see there's a lot of earthwork going on. So this earthwork, before this earthwork, what levels has to be made, whether it has to be done on flat or the gradient has to be maintained. For the designer to decide that, he needed to know how the natural, he or she needs to know how the natural terrain of the ground is. So basically where the land cutting has to take place, where the filling has to take place, and what quantity of cutting and filling has to take place. That information is provided basically in the base plan. So once the base plan is available, cut here, fill it there, try to get into the gradient. These things sort of exercises designers propose, and when they are doing that, based on that they give out contracts also to the contractors or contractors. It's a document for them to compare against. So as an example, in this particular location where the earth mover is there right now, or there was a pond there, it was filled with water. So that had to be filled up because we need a level surface within the factory premises. So that quantity, how much had to be filled, was based on the survey information we provided. There was a ground profile, we had captured it. So how much filling had to take place, which location the earth can be cut from the same site and filled into this particular location. So that is an example of that particular aspect. This exercise we undertake, we define, we design, we do not design, we actually do the survey and find out whether it is existent or not as per the revenue records. So that explains a part of the topographical survey process and cadastral surveying. So this is one aspect of surveying, and then we can continue this lesson, or rather we can continue this. We will be giving you more such insights into civil engineering surveying and what are the different aspects that is covered. This is a part of an educational series, surveying, and all aspects related to surveying that our company provides. My name is Ajay. I am the director of Precision Surveys India Private Limited, and thank you for following, like us, and subscribe us, and we will keep coming with more such informative videos.